When it comes to nutrition, if you call it a cheat day or a cheat meal, I feel like that's making an excuse for it. Ask Papa Swoleo live. First question. Let me see here. Someone dropped one earlier. I saw it. Mary. All right, Mary. Papa Swoleo, have you ever fallen off the wagon? How do you deal? I keep doing well for a while, and then I let things get in the way. I try to remind myself that every time I get back on is a small success. Depends on what you mean. I mean, I go through different periods of training. I never really stop. Maybe sometimes there's a day or two off from lifting weights, but I don't know. I never think of it like that, to be honest. There's just been periods since I started where I wasn't able to work out as much, where I was working 17 and a half hours a day. It never even occurred to me. It's just about trying to do the best that I can all the time. You know, when I say all the time, it doesn't mean that I never take my foot off the gas, but I don't know. I'm sure it's all perspective. It's all perspective. It's kind of the same thing when it comes to when you say cheat days or cheat meals. I never like the term cheating. I feel like you should be focusing on food quality all the time. All the time. So if something fits in your nutrition plan and that's something that gives you a little bit of leeway and that's okay for you, that's something that you're comfortable with, that's up to you. But I don't like the idea that you're going to call it and categorize it as cheating. It should be part of your nutrition plan. It should be part of your diet. It should be part of your flow. And if it doesn't fit in your flow, then what is it doing in your flow? Okay, so sometimes some of you like to have a glass of wine, you like to have a drink, or some of you like to have a cigar, or some of you like to have, I don't know, you like to have your meal. Don't call it a cheat meal, but don't justify it. Like, you're less likely, and here's the thing, most of this is about nutrition, because for me, for physical training, I've never really fallen off, unless it was like an injury, but then there's a recovery period. When it comes to nutrition, if you call it a cheat day or a cheat meal, I feel like that's making an excuse for it. But if you do it as a part of your flow and you feel like that helps you and you want to justify it like that, at least you're making it a positive and not something, as an excuse, not something that you're getting away with. It's all how you frame it. But for most people, it's really not, it's worth the discipline, but it's not restrictive. It's not, oh my God, I can't have McDonald's. I don't want that shit. I don't want that shit. For me, something that would be out of the ordinary is extremely healthy for someone else. Something that might be pushing the boundaries of what I normally consume on a regular basis might be considered super strict to someone else who doesn't take care of their health. So it's perspective. It's all about how you frame it. But I like to think of what I eat and what I consume as part of what is moving me forward. So another way to think of it is when you're looking at this in terms of nutrition, how is this helping me? When you're eating something, when you're making a choice, how is that food helping me? How is that food helping you? And if it's not helping you, then why are you eating it? Why is that something that you're subjecting yourself to? Especially if it's going to throw you off or maybe hold you back from making significant progress.
Good thing, yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in the Louis bag. Couple hundred need a G-Wagon.